Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ambaras Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Applied Science, Krishna Engineering College, Mohanagar, Ghaziabad. Today I am going to start my lecture 7 on unit 2nd. In this lecture, we will learn one more important problem on one-dimensional heat equation under the steady state condition. Clear? One-dimensional heat equation, the steady state condition. The one-dimensional heat equation is del square u over del x square is equal to c square del u over del t, right? In the case of steady state condition, steady state condition, all the functions of time must be 0. That means del u over del t is equal to 0. So we get by equation first del square u over del x square is equal to 0. Clear? Integrate this, we get del u over del x is equal to constant c1. Again integrate, we get u is equal to c1x plus c2. Now this is a rod here, clear? The end, this end O and this end A. At this end the value of the length of rod is L, clear? The value of x at this end is equal to 0 and the value of x this end is equal to L, and let temperature at this end suppose U1 and temperature at this suppose U2. So when at the end A, at the end O, x is equal to 0 and u is equal to u1, by equation second we get u1 is equal to 0 plus c2, that means c2 is equal to u1. Clear? At end A, when x is equal to L and u is equal to u2, so by equation second we get u2 is equal to c1 into L, clear, plus c2 is u1. So we get the value of c1 is equal to u2 minus u1 upon L. Clear? Put these values c1 and c2 in equation second. Then equation second becomes u is equal to value of c2 is u1 plus u2 minus u1 upon L into x. This is the standard formula for the problems when we study under steady state conditions. Clear? U is equal to c1 plus u2 minus u1 upon L into x. Now this is the most important problem which asked many times in the examinations. Clear? An insulated rod of length L has its end A and B maintained at 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius respectively until steady state condition prevail. Clear? This is the problem of under the steady state condition. If we suddenly reduce to 0 degree and maintain at 0 degree, then find the temperature at a distance x from A at time t. Now we draw the diagram of this problem. This is the rod, AB. Clear? This the end x is equal to 0 and this is the end x is equal to L, because length of rod is L. Before the time u is equal to 0 degree Celsius and u is equal to 100 degree Celsius. After steady state condition prevail, after u is equal to the temperature at the end A becomes u is equal to 0 degree and u is equal to 0 degree Celsius maintained at 0 degree. Clear? Before the time is 0 and 100 degree Celsius n times, and after the n times will be 0 and 0 degree Celsius maintained at 0 degree Celsius. Clear? Now we know that solution. We know that equation of temperature in a rod is del U over del T is equal to C square del square U over del X square. This is the equation number first. Clear? Here initial temperature distribution, initial temperature distribution in the rod is given by previous formula. We discussed the previous formula as U x comma 0 is equal to u1 plus u2 minus u1 upon L into x. So this becomes 0 plus u2 is 100. Before u2 is 100, 0 minus L into x. So this becomes 100 x by L. Clear? U x comma 0 is equal to 100 x by L. Final temperature distribution in the rod. Final temperature distribution in the rod is using the after values of u1 and u2. So this is USX is equal to, use the same formula, u1 plus u2 minus u1 upon L into x. So we get the value of u1 after the value of u1 is equal to 0 and u2 u1 0. So this becomes 0. Clear? Now boundary conditions are conditions are u 0 comma t is equal to 0 and u L comma t is equal to 0. Clear? These are the boundary conditions. This is the equation number. This is the equation number second. This is the equation number third. This is the equation number 4. Clear? Now we move on the second page. In this problem, we want to find the temperature in intermediate period. Clear? So let u x comma t is equal to u s x plus u t. Clear? Where u s x is the steady state temperature in the rod, is the steady state temperature in the rod, and ut xt is the transient state, state temperature in the rod. Clear? The value of u x s is 0. So, u x t is equal to 0 plus we know that transient state temperature, that means C1, value of this C1 cos px plus C2 sin px into C3 e to the power minus c square p square t. Clear? Clear? This is the equation number 5. Now find from the first boundary condition. From the first boundary condition, u0 comma t is equal to 0. The LHS of this will be obtained from equation 5th when x is equal to 0. So, the value of u 0 comma t is c1 cos 0 plus c2 sin 0 into c3 e to the power minus c square p square t is equal to 0. So, this becomes c1 into c3 e to the power minus c square p square t. This is the total term. Clear? There here the product of two terms equal to 0 when this will be possible, when one of them will be 0. So, but c3 e to the power minus c square p square t will not equal to 0, because if it is the 0, because if c3 e to the power minus c square p square t is equal to 0, then by equation 5th we get a 0 solution. We get u x comma t is equal to 0, which is impossible, which is impossible. Clear? So, this term will not equal to 0. So, we get only possibility here C1 is equal to 0. C1 is equal to 0. Again, we use the second condition. Now, we move on the second page. Now, from the second boundary condition. Second boundary condition is u L comma t is equal to 0. The value of this value of equation can be obtained from equation 5th when x is equal to L. So we put x is equal to L in equation fifth. We get this becomes C1 cos PL plus C2 sin PL. Clear? And C3 e to the power minus C square P square into T is equal to 0. But C1 is equal to 0, so this term is equal to 0. So we get C2 into sin PL into C3 e to the power minus C square P square in T is equal to 0. Again, here we know that the product of three term is equal to 0, which is possible if and only if one of them will be 0. Clear? But we use the same argument as above, but C3 e to the power minus C square P square T will not equal to 0, because if it is equal to 0, then Ux comma T is equal to 0, which is impossible. Also, C2 will not equal to 0, because if C2 is equal to 0 and we have already find that C1 is equal to 0. So again Ux comma T is equal to 0, which is impossible. So there is only possibility here that sin PL is equal to 0, the general value of sin, this is the n pi. Clear? So PL is equal to n pi. So we get P is equal to n pi by L. Here, where n is the integer. Clear? Put these values in equation. Put these values in equation fifth. We get Ux comma T is equal to C2 sin n pi x by L into e to the power minus n square pi square C square T upon L square. Clear? Into constant C3. The constant C3 is the product of two constants is again a constant. So let us take an sin n pi x by L into e to the power minus n square pi square C square T upon L square, where a n is equal to C2 into C3, which is true. Which is true for every value of n. So most general solution is right. The most general solution is clear. The solution is that Ux comma T is equal to a sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity a n sin n pi x by L into e to the power minus n square pi square C square by L square into T. This is an equation number 8. Clear? Now we use the last condition of this equation. The given condition is, this is the initial condition, is Ux comma 0 is equal to 100 x by L. Clear? The LHS of this equation is obtained from equation 8 by putting t is equal to 0. So the LHS becomes n is equal to 1 to infinity an sin n pi x by L into e to the power minus 0 is equal to 100 x by L. LHS is obtained from 8 when t is equal to 0. Clear? When t is equal to 0. So this is the general equation. The equation becomes n is equal to 1 to infinity an sin n pi x by L is equal to 100 x by L. This is the standard form of the half range Fourier sine series. We know that if fx is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an sin n pi x by L, then an is 2 upon L 0 to L integration 0 to L fx sin n pi x by L into dx. So this is the half range Fourier sine series. Clear? So which is the standard result? So clear? Which is half range Fourier sine series. So here the constant an is 2 by L integration from 0 to L fx is this problem fx is 100 x by L into sin n pi x by L into dx. We integrate this, take the 100 upon L outside, so this becomes 200 upon L square. Clear? And we get 0 to L x into sin n pi x by L into dx. Clear? We integrate this now. 200 upon L square. We integrate this, take x as u. So this is u. And integrate of second function, the integration of sine is equal to minus cos n pi x by L upon n pi upon L. Clear? Minus differentiation of first function, that means differentiation of x is 1. Integration of second function, again this is minus sine n pi x by L upon n square pi square upon L square. Clear? Bracket close, 0 to L. Clear? First, before putting the limits, first we write in simple way, minus x L upon n pi, clear, n pi cos n pi x by L. This becomes plus L square upon n square pi square into sin n pi x by L. Clear? Now 200 upon L square, put the upper limit. Upper limit is L. So this becomes minus L square upon n pi and cos n pi. Clear? N pi plus L square upon n square pi square sine n pi, right? Minus lower limit, put x is equal to 0, then the whole term is equal to 0 and this term is equal to 0. So this becomes whole term is equal to 0. Clear? Now we write the value of the remaining terms in next page. The last term is 200 upon L square minus L square upon n pi cos n pi plus n square upon n square pi square sine n pi minus 0. Clear? This is the last term of the previous page. Clear? We know that cos n pi is equal to minus 1 to the power n and sine n pi is equal to 0. Clear? For every value of n. So this becomes 200 upon L square minus L square upon n pi. The value of this is minus 1 to the power n and the value of sine n pi, so we put this is 0. So this becomes minus 200 upon n pi into minus 1 to the power n. Also this is right as 200 upon n pi into minus 1 to the power n plus 1. This is the value of an. Now put this value in equation 8. We get ux comma t is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an is 200 upon n pi minus 1 to the power n into sine n pi x by l into e to the power minus n square pi square c square t upon l square. Clear? This summation is totally depend on n. So here 200 upon pi is constant for that. So we take this term 200 upon pi outside the summation. So we get n is equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 to the power n plus 1. Sorry, this is the minus n plus 1. Clear? Upon n sine n pi x by l into e to the power minus n square pi square c square t upon l square. This is the required solution of the given problem. Okay, I hope you understand very well this problem. Okay. Now, objective problems. In the case of steady state condition, here the solution of the equation in case of steady state condition. We know that in case of steady state, all the functions of u with respect to t is equal to 0. That means del is u over del t is equal to 0, del square u over del t square 0. So we get del square u over del x square 0, integrate 2 times, we get u is equal to c1x plus c2. Clear? So option c1x plus c2 or c1 plus c2x, both option first and option C is correct. So option D is correct. Clear? Both option A and C. Okay. Again, this is the problem under the steady state condition. Here L is equal to 20. So find the temperature. Temperature U is U1 plus U2 minus U1 upon L into X. Clear? U1 is 40 plus U2 is 100 minus 40 upon L is 20 into X. Clear? 40 plus this is 60 upon 20x. So in this problem, this is the solution 4 plus 3x. Clear? The correct answer is 40 plus 3x. So option not correct, not correct, not correct. So none of these. The option D is correct here. Problem clear? Okay. Okay. Thank you.